They painted up your secrets with the lies they told to you, and the least they ever gave you was the most you ever knew. And I wonder where these dreams go when the world gets in your way. What's the point in all this screaming? No one's listening anyway. Your voice is small and fading, and you're hiding here unknown. And your mother loves your father, 'cause she's got nowhere to go.
Growing up, my Opa would share some of his struggles and memories of the Holocaust. But these stories always seem very painful. He's always playing games with us. He never wanted to make us sad. So soon after my grandfather had passed away, I became a teacher and started teaching my students about the Holocaust. They were very interested in hearing that my grandfather was a Holocaust survivor. But when they began to ask me questions, I realized I knew very little. When I had asked my dad, he knew very little also. But I was able to find an interview that my grandfather had done for the Holocaust Living Memorial Foundation. This is a picture of my grandfather with his grandparents, as well as his mother, his father, and his brother Herbert.
Comfortable home where actually nothing was missing. My father had a big department store, so money was never a problem. Up to 1935, it gradually went downhill, and in 35, the Nazis put photographers in front of every entrance to the store, and everyone who went into the store, they took the pictures, and the next day they were published in the newspapers. So people didn't dare to come to the store anymore, and on the other side, he was not allowed to lay off any people. So after a short while, he just had to give up the business, and the Nazis actually forced him to practically give the business away.
Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you.
My parents went to Berlin was that in Osnabrück everybody recognized them as Jew, and they felt that in Berlin they could more or less disappear in the crowd and nobody knew them, and they could wait till the German people, this was my father's in Berlin thinking that Hitler would never last, in the crowd, and they could wait out, and they could wait Hitler till the German people in, this was my father in Germany, and they felt they were too old to immigrate.
I've walked this floor, you know, I used to live alone before I knew you. And I've seen your flag on the marble arch, and love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. Hallelujah.
which comes to Kristallnacht, which of course was one of the worst nights we as Jews had in Germany.
Well, there was a time when you let me know what's really going on below, but now you never show that to me, do ya? But remember when I moved in you, and the holy dove was moving too, and every breath we drew is hallelujah.
Talk about saving my life, I would say the art school most probably saved my life. Because at that time the art school tried to get us to England. But the problem was that Germany didn't want to let us out, and the English didn't want to let us into their country. So it was going back and forth, and all of a sudden, 2 days before the war started, August 27th, on 3 hours' notice, they were successful, and we went to the trade station. We were not allowed to take anything along, just the clothes we wear, no money, nothing.
When the world was falling apart.
Well, maybe there's a God above